Looking for cheap NBA 2K MT coins or Madden coins? Head on over to buy2kmut.com for the cheapest coins online and use code CRUSH for 20% off your order. Link will be in the description.
What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing a Memphis Grizzlies realistic rebuild, of course, after they have officially been eliminated in the play-in by the Trailblazers. You guys knew this video was coming. We've been kind of doing these teams in order from how they've been eliminated, and today we have the Grizzlies. Shout out to the Grizzlies, had an amazing season. They came up short, and you can't blame them. I'm sure if the season didn't get shut down, there's a possibility they still would have made the playoffs, because obviously the Blazers wouldn't have been as healthy. Teams wouldn't have been able. You guys get what I'm saying. Basically, the Grizzlies, they've had a phenomenal season, and you can't take nothing away from them. So the future is very bright for them. Let's be honest. Like, it's super bright, and I'm very excited to see what the Grizzlies do for next season. But before we get into the video, though, guys, smash that like button. Always trying to reach 200 likes in these realistic rebuilds. It helps out a lot. And of course, if you aren't subscribed, it would help me out a lot if you guys could hit that subscribe button. We're like 300 subs away from 14K. So if you aren't subscribed, a guy like you could change that, and we could reach 14K by the end of the month, I feel like. So it'd be amazing if you could do that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the Grizzlies rebuild. First and foremost, ignore the record. Obviously, start today is still broken. It's like day whatever of it being broken. It's really annoying. Obviously, we want start today back. It's the best mode in my league, I feel like. So yeah, it'd be great if you could bring it back. But anyways, guys, the Memphis Grizzlies have officially been eliminated, and it's unfortunate. Like I said, this team had a really good season. It's not unfortunate for me because, of course, I am a Blazers fan, so obviously I wanted my Blazers to eliminate the Grizzlies to make the 8th seed, and everybody's been hyping up the Blazers potentially being able to knock off the Lakers. Even as a Blazers fan, I don't know how true that really is, but hey, I'm excited to watch the series regardless. I'm glad we made the playoffs, even if we barely just made it. But hey, the Grizzlies' future is very bright. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. I mean, Jaren Jackson, John Morant's going to be leading the way. Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas still got Brandon Clark, Dylan Brooks. I mean, this team's future is super bright. Like, it's brighter than, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a bald player right now and brighter than his head. Like, it's brighter than Jason Kidd's head. Like, come on, let's be honest. All right, staff signing, though. So, of course, Taylor Jenkins had a great season for them. So, I assume they would just re-sign Taylor Jenkins, of course, which I will try to do if I can find him. But I'm just going to go ahead and get a new trainer and a new assistant. And then if I can find Taylor Jenkins out here, which I'm pretty sure he's out here somewhere, then of course I'm just going to re-sign him, and I will, because you know they had a good season. It's not his fault they came up short. They struggled with a little bit of injuries with Jaren Jackson, and the bubble, like I said, probably didn't help them out too much with teams getting healthy. But let's go ahead and get into the draft. So unfortunately, I don't think the Grizzlies are going to have their first round pick going into the offseason. I think it conveys to the Celtics, if I'm not mistaken, but hey, I could be wrong about that. But yeah, so we don't have a first round pick, which is unfortunate, because obviously we could definitely use that first round pick to just like add talent to this team, which would be very fun if the Grizzlies could like draft I don't know, maybe not LaMelo, but if they could draft like a Deni Avdija or James Wiseman or something crazy like that, that'd be a lot of fun for Memphis to grab, but it's not going to happen. So for the NBA draft, we're going to jump into the second round, and let's just kind of see what we get here. So second round, maybe we can get like a nice little steal down here. We got, I don't know how to say that guy's name, Desmond Bane. I'm taking him just because I've never seen this guy before. His name is Yves Pons. He's a 69 overall. I don't think he'll be very important in the video, but hey, we draft him regardless. Qualifying offers, Marko Guduric. We're going to decline his team option, and then qualifying offers, DeAnthony Melton's a free agent, which I think DeAnthony Melton was very helpful to the roster, so I would love to get him back as well. And then for free agency, we have negative $6 million. We got Josh Jackson, who's a free agent. Anthony Tolliver, I won't be bringing back. Guduric, I won't be bringing back. Conchar, Jonte Porter, Yutu Watanabe, I probably won't worry about too much. And then Josh Jackson's definitely a possibility of a re-sign into DeAnthony Melton, of course, somebody I also want to re-sign. Gorgie Dang's going to expire after the season. Jonas Valanciunas, he's a fine center for now. We have Winslow's team option. I assume the Grizzlies would decline it in 2021 and 2022 if Winslow has a down season or can't stay healthy. But hey, we'll have to find out and kind of see what happens there. But for right now, the Grizzlies don't have a lot of cap space to make a ton of moves, so I probably won't be doing too much. You have John Morant, Tyus Jones, Dylan Brooks, the shooting guard, Grayson Allen, Winslow, Kyle Anderson. I'm cool with that at the small forward right now. We'll get DeAnthony Melton back at that shooting guard spot. Then Jaren Jackson, Brandon Clark, of course, Jonas Valanciunas, and Gorgie Dang. So yeah, won't be doing too much this first offseason. We don't have cap space anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So I think if I could just sign DeAnthony Melton back, I think that'll be fine. I wouldn't mind getting Josh Jackson back, but you're insane if you think I'm paying Josh Jackson $12 million a year and he's unrestricted, so somebody else can pay him that. I definitely won't be doing that. So let's go to our backup shooting guard. So, I mean, there are some different options we can bring into Memphis, but I think I'd rather just sign D'Anthony Melton, call it good, to be honest. So let's go find D'Anthony Melton. I don't know. I think he's listed at point guard, if I'm not mistaken. And he is, maybe not. No, he's listed as shooting guard. I just can't find him for some reason. So I'm going to give him a 3-year deal, $6 million. I don't think it's too much to be given this man. So I'm going to go ahead and sign him. And actually, we're going to get him back on his qualifying offer, whatever. But hey, we got him back now. That is going to be the very first offseason. The rotation is going to stay relatively the same for the Grizzlies. Our draft pick next year should be fun to use. We'll have some cap space to use. So, like, definitely going to be an interesting offseason next year. This one wasn't very eventful. And just because we don't have a lot of salary opened up, although we could maybe get creative and trade Gorgie Deng's contract because he is an expiring, and, you know, teams do love expiring contracts. So maybe there's something out there I can look for right now. So, hey, maybe I'll take a quick little look if I were to trade Gorgie Deng potentially. Not Winslow. Gorgie Deng and, I don't know, like Kyle Anderson, like anything crazy pop up. I can bring Mike Conley back to Memphis. Is there something else maybe out there? Maybe I'll stop at the trade deadline, make some kind of crazy trade for this team. But for now, we're just going to roll with what we got. Season number 1 comes to an end. And hey, MVP goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rookie of the year goes to LaMelo Ball on the Indiana Pacers. 6-man's your DeMarcus Cousins on the Blazers. 80 defense player. And Pascal Siakam is most improved. So Siakam once again wins most improved player for the second time in his career. I almost made a trade at the trade deadline, but I decided not to because I kind of have my eyes on someone that might enter free agency, which I think would be a really nice fit here in Memphis. So we had 23 and 6 from Ja. You had 18 from Jaren Jackson. 17 and 11 from Jonas Valanciunas. So Valanciunas is definitely doing his thing. 14 from Brandon Clark and 11 from Dylan Brooks. You love to see it. Even Winslow, 10 points is not too shabby. Didn't shoot that great though, so I might end up declining his team option. We'll have to kind of see how it all works out. But we're playing the Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round, who still have Chris Paul, Shea, Patrick Williams, Gallinari, Steven Adams, Schroeder, Okafor, Halliburton, Isaiah, Roby, Ferguson, Darius Bazley, and Hamidou Diallo. Let's go ahead and simulate current round and see if we can beat the Thunder. And we beat them in 7 games. It's a very close series, but hey, we make it to the second round to play the Golden State Warriors. We have Steph, Clay, Wiggs, Draymond, Chris, Pascal, Looney, Bismack. Can we beat the Golden State Warriors to make it to the Western Conference Finals? I don't know, but we'll see. And we lose in 5. So obviously we're not ready for the big moment, and the Boston Celtics going to win the championship. No biggie. We're going to have cap space. I think a small forward is definitely in line to go get, and we don't have a draft pick either, so probably won't worry about that too much. Or we might have a draft pick, but it probably won't be like anything crazy, if you know what I mean. So I don't even see our pick, actually. Do we even have a draft pick in this draft? It was all the way to 25. Okay, never mind. It's probably not gonna help too much, but let's go to the draft regardless. And hey, maybe somebody at 25 will be helpful, or maybe I could throw him in a trade later on. Who knows? But for now, let's go see who we can get. So we have Josh Christopher down here, Walker Kessler, Keon Johnson. I mean, we do need a center for the future, so I guess I can take like Walker Kessler. He's a 74 overall. Maybe he could be something decent for me later on, but for now, he'll probably just kind of sit down. So Justice Winslow, 13 million. Unfortunately, I think I will decline it just because I kind of want that cap space. I think it'll be useful to have. And then D'Anthony Melton's a free agent again. If we don't get him back, it won't be the end of the world for me. But for right now, when we look at our salary situation, Gorgie Deng's going to be gone, and Winslow's going to be gone. Carroll will be gone, and those guys will be gone. So just like that, $38 million, you have to pay maybe Valanciunas next year. You have to pay Jaren Jackson next year. So you might as well take advantage of the salary you have right now to sign somebody, right? $38 million is a lot to use. So Kawhi Leonard, is Kawhi coming to Memphis? If I was a betting man, probably not. Jason Tatum, I'm sure the Grizzlies would love to have Tatum, but what are the odds Celtics let him go? Probably not going to happen. Paul George, who knows with this guy? He just goes everywhere, it feels like. Paul George and Kawhi's future is kind of up in the air to me because you just don't know what's going to happen. So, it's a maybe, but if I was a betting man, probably not. Mitchell, I mean, a John Morant, Donovan Mitchell backcourt would be kind of a nasty if you ask me, but it's probably not going to happen. There's Rudy Gobert, which we could use as center, but I don't know if I want to throw all my money at a center like Rudy Gobert, if I'm honest with you. De'Aaron Fox, John Collins, you know, there's some options down here, but the guy that I had in mind, who's a perfect small forward, and he's going to be in free agency, and he kind of fits the timeline of this team, is this guy right here. Is Denver going to re-sign him? Maybe, maybe not. But for me, I'm offering him a contract, and I'm getting him in Memphis, and I think he'd be fantastic next to John Morant and Jaren Jackson. I would love that fit. And we got Michael Porter Jr. coming here, and Denver just decides not to match. So, of course, welcome in Michael Porter Jr. So now we have John Morant and Tyus Jones, Dillon Brooks, Grayson Allen, Michael Porter Jr., Kyle Anderson, Jaren Jackson, Brandon Clark, and Jonas Valanciunas, Walker Kessler. So Valanciunas is also on a 1-year deal, which kind of scares me. I could kind of look out there and kind of see what might be available. Wendell Carter was one, but I don't know if I want to go for him. I'm definitely down to just keep Jonas Valanciunas and maybe just re-sign him. Kind of depends how much he wants. We'll kind of have to waive that, see how that goes. But we could re-sign Justice Winslow to an $8 million contract. You know what? We can do that. Why not? I'm not opposed to signing Winslow. I mean, he averaged 10 points, which isn't terrible. And then the other guy I definitely want would be Melton, and that's about it. I want Melton. I wanted him last year, and he's out here again. And we may not be able to sign him, actually. Yeah, he's okay. No big deal. If we don't get him back, we don't get him back. It's all right. Not the end of the world. So, Melton comes back on his qualifying offer. So, that's cool to see. Player progression. John Morant, 91, 87, 85, 84, 83. This roster's starting to shape up a little bit. We got another scorer next to John Morant, Jaren Jackson, and Michael Porter Jr. The defense obviously isn't there, but hey, you have Jaren Jackson and John Morant who are decent defenders themselves. So, definitely excited to have Michael Porter Jr. here, and also have Dillon Brooks, who's a great defender as well. So yeah, let's go into season number 2 with our new acquired Michael Porter Jr. And hey, let's see maybe if we can make it to the Western Conference Finals, possibly the NBA Finals. So we made it the second round last year, and hopefully we can only get better from here. Just like that, at the end of season number 2, we go on to win 60 freaking games, which is phenomenal. MVP goes to Giannis. Cade Cunningham's Rookie of the Year on the Chicago Bulls. Cousins, 6th man. 8 defense player, Zion's most approved, and Taylor Jenkins is your coach of the year. Look at this man. Coach of the year, potential. We're the first seed in the West playing the Portland Trail Blazers, ironically enough. We had 22 from Ja, 20 from MPJ. This is exactly what I wanted Michael Porter to come do. Jaren Jackson, 18 points, and Jonas Valanciunas was 16 and 11. John Morant, I actually extended him at the contract extension deadline, so he is under contract for the next 5 years, which is awesome. Obviously, the Grizzlies are going to extend John Morant, barring anything crazy happening to him, as soon as they get the chance. Jaren Jackson did not want to extend right away, so we'll just sign him in the offseason. And then Jonas Valanciunas. I'm kind of not sure what I'm going to do with him. Hopefully, he'll come back and everything will be fine, but hey, we'll see. Damian Lillard, Gary Trent, Glenn Robinson, Nasir Little, Whiteside, and Nurkic. And Cousins, not to mention. Similar current round against the Blazers, and we absolutely sweep them. Now we're playing the Denver Nuggets, who have Jamal, Redick, Will Barton, Capella, and Jokic, and Bol and Kelly Olynyk. Okay, you have 4 centers. Interesting. Let's see if we can beat you guys to go on to the Western Conference Finals, and just like that, we do. And now we're playing the Dallas Mavericks. We have Dennis Schroeder, Luka, Oubre, Kleba, Porzingis, Jalen Brunson, Seth Curry, Dwight Powell, and DeLon Wright to deal with. Semi current round against them, and they absolutely beat us in 5 games. So that was not good. The 7th seed upset us in 5, which is something you don't want to see, obviously. But let's go to the draft lottery. And with development and other things, this team's only going to get better. So I'm not tripping too much. It does suck that we lost to a 7th seed in 5 games, but hey. Oh wow, bro, that 9th pick from the Mike Conley trade just became the 9th pick in the draft. Okay, that is definitely interesting. I definitely would have skipped right over that if I didn't see that. Okay. If I look at the mock drafts, they have Amani. Like, the only guy I really know in this draft is Amani Bates. I'm not gonna lie. So, or I guess Christian Laettner sounds kind of familiar as well. Yeah, I mean, all we can really do is just draft more talent. I mean, let's go in, draft whoever we can, or we could use this pick to make some kind of crazy trade. I don't know how many players we have under contract. We got Michael Porter, Ja, Dillon Brooks. I'd rather just draft at this point. I don't really know who I'd go for. So, Jaden Hardy, a shooting guard. I don't really know who he is, but he is a pretty high prospect ranked, honestly, from Australia. I mean, Dillon Brooks has been our shooting guard for the last few years, so maybe another shooting guard wouldn't hurt. I assume this guy is good. We'll kind of have to see. He's 6'4" out of Australia. He is a 77 overall, so yeah, not too bad. All right, so we're going to have another shooting guard. Definitely need a shooting guard for the future anyway. So welcome to the team, my friend. Qualifying offers Jaren Jackson, Grayson Allen, and D'Anthony Melton are free agents. I'm going to go ahead and I guess extend all those offers. And then Jonas Valanciunas is a free agent as well, which we definitely need our big man back. I'll give you a 3-year deal, but I don't know if I want to give you a 4-year deal. And they want us to renounce Jaren Jackson. You're absolutely insane. But I will renounce Kyle Anderson. I'm not opposed to that. So if we can sign these guys back, which we do, that's great. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is looking pretty good. Tyus Jones is also a free agent, so I guess I could give him a 2-year deal as well. And just like that, we have our roster basically back intact. So, and another addition with Jaden Hardy as well, which is great. So we have everything we really need. If I offered Valanciunas just real quick, maybe in a sign-in trade, we can get like a Clint Capella. We get Isaiah Todd out of this. You know, Clint Capella is younger. Miles Turner also is another interesting player to go get, but I think I'll just stick with what we got, bro. Let's go into season number 3, get that first seed again, and this time, let's not lose to a 7th seed. Come on, man. At the end of season number 3, we end up going 56-26, and we're playing the Houston Rockets in the first round. Player stats, we had 24, 20, 18, 14, 13. I mean, at this point, we got to go win this championship, bro. That's like all I'm really worried about now. We're playing the Rockets who have Russ and Harden, and outside of that, they don't have a whole lot going for them. So let's go ahead and sell my current round. And yeah, we should beat them pretty easily. I assumed we would. Now we're playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have Russell, Noel, Warren, Obi Toppin, and Towns, Evan Mobley, Thompson. Not a bad roster, but I assume we should be able to beat them, and we beat them in 5 games. And hey, look, now we're playing the first-seeded Los Angeles Lakers, who have this guy, Oladipo, LeBron, AD, Nurkic, Bull, Otto Porter. Oh my gosh, this is actually a pretty good team. All right, let's go. Somebody by game. Game 1 goes to us. You love to see it. Let's see if we can beat them in game 2. Okay, that's good so far. Game 3. Yes. All right, you love to see it. And game 4. All right, they win 1 over us. Let's not let them do it again. And we're in the NBA Finals. That's what I'm talking about. Simulate current round against the Cavs and Bucks, and we're playing the Cavaliers, who are the first seed in the East. Definitely intrigued to see what the Cavaliers have at this point. They have Garland, Harris, Jalen Johnson, Kevin Love, Drummond, Porter, George Hill. There's absolutely no way we lose to this team. We just went and beat LeBron in 5, right? Oh my gosh, that was close. But hey, we brought a championship home to Memphis, and Ja Morant is your Finals MVP. We barely beat that Cavaliers roster, bro. That's kind of scary, but hey, this was a fun rebuild. Obviously, the Grizzlies have a very bright future, as we all know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it to the end, let me know. Comment down below. The Grizzlies have a bright future. Just comment that. Grizzlies have a bright future. That's all you got to do. Thank you guys for watching. This is Crush Bulls. I'm saying peace.